We started this podcast despite being so scared and postponing it and talking about it, thinking about it, bringing out excuses after excuses. And even during this video, we are so thankful because we've still been fighting the fear. We've been fighting every time things get difficult. We're like, is this for us? Should we do this? You know. But then when we back off and kind of leave it alone, we are like, no, we can't. It's something there's something that's pushing us. Merry Christmas, guys. It's that time of the year again. Welcome back to another episode of Faith Over Fear. I'm Faith.
Merry Christmas, everyone. My name is John, and we want to welcome you back to another episode of Faith Over Fear in Christmas Spirit.
Oh, yeah. It's that time of the year again. You can see us. We are all dressed up in our Christmas attires, ready to celebrate. And I hope you guys are ready as well, because, you know, this is the time when we all come together and feel good. It's a feel good time, right?
It is, yeah, very true, yeah. Time to have merry, have some food, some good food, of course.
Oh, of course, yes.
A few drinks here and there.
Yeah.
And of course, have fun.
Yeah.
And not forgetting gifting.
Oh, yeah, that is my favorite time. I mean, gifting is my thing.
Yeah.
Just gift me.
Okay.
Whatever it is, gift me.
So
but,
so it's easy for you to say gifting is one of your love languages.
Gifting is one of my love languages. Give me a gift. I'm craving gifts. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
So Christmas time, what is it that you like doing on Christmas?
For me, it's just the atmosphere. You know, it lightens up, you know, my spirit, to be honest. Just celebrating Christmas with family, with friends, because I believe Christmas has a good mood to it. You know, it brings about the red, the green for those who, for me, Christmas without red and green is not Christmas. It has to be red and green for it to be Christmas.
But Christmas have really evolved. If you look around you, it's no longer the traditional red and, you know, and black. Now it's gold, it's white, it's all sorts of colors.
Very
but
true.
You know, still we can't not acknowledge how creative people have become when it comes to decorating.
You know,
because my goodness, have you seen them trees?
Oh my goodness, even the houses when you're driving past at night, man, Mark.
Yeah.
The Christmas decorations.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just on point. You know, I've tried matching up.
Yeah, but
well, I think I got some classes to go to.
Me too.
That's for sure.
But that's what I love more, that people take time to decorate.
Yeah.
Whenever you're passing, you know, like when I'm going to work at night, I can see all these lights, and it just makes you feel good.
It brightens up the
it
spirit.
Brightens up, and even when we are taking kids for a walk, and you know, you are looking at which house have been decorated, you know, perfectly. Anyway, let's get into this. So, question.
Yeah.
You ready?
Ready.
What is every parent's favorite Christmas song? You better know this one.
Rudolph.
It can't be Rudolph.
Oh, well,
listen to the
Rudolph,
question.
okay.
What is every parent's favorite Christmas song?
I think Merry Christmas.
Oh, can't be that one.
What do you mean?
Guys, what do you think? Please answer for us. What is every parent's favorite song? Please don't check yet. Answer, and then towards the end of this video, I'll give you the answer.
Looks like, guys, I'm in a hassle here where I cannot actually handle myself, because I cannot pinpoint the exact answer that she's looking for, because I thought maybe Rudolph the reindeer maybe might be the case, or Merry Christmas, like, you know, that's just common to everyone, but looks like that's not it. So it looks like I need a bit of a hand. So you guys just give me a hand. Comment down there and let's find out all this together.
You had a quote. You told me earlier that you have a Christmas quote.
I have a quote, and it goes like this. there are 3 stages of men.
Yeah.
He believes in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That is when he's, a baby and he's growing up and all that.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't believe in Santa Claus. And then the last bit of the quote is, he becomes
the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but are we at the point where we believe in Santa Claus, or we are Santa Clauses?
I think for me, I'm a Santa Claus.
Me too. I've now become Mrs. Santa Claus.
There you go.
Because the boys believe in Santa Claus.
Yeah.
We were there, then we stopped, and now we are the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
If you see us at night packing gifts, and I know everyone can resonate with this.
Yeah, very true.
You sneak around when they've gone to bed, so in the morning they can wake up and get all the gifts ready.
The funny thing is, talking about hiding and all that, or, doing it when they are asleep.
Yeah.
Like when we went shopping, right? So I had to get you to take the boys for a walkabout at the shop, or in the shop, while I had gotten their gifts.
Yeah, so they
and then
can't see
I went
it.
and checked it out, and I put them in the car, and then I rushed back in and I joined you guys like nothing had happened.
Guys, we are the last minute parents. I don't know if you resonate. I don't know. It's always the last minute. We're not the kind of people who go and get gifts quite early, because I don't know if it's either we don't have a place to hide them properly, they will just get to see them, or we just wait until the last minute.
We try to wait until the last minute, because they're going to be so anticipating on opening the gifts when they are under the Christmas tree, you know.
We can't even do that. They can't stay under the Christmas. They will be opened.
They'll be open before time.
Before you know it, they will be open. We tried that once and they were open before no time. Yeah. So in this video, we are also going to talk about some of the lessons 2023 taught us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, what a year.
2023. It's been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster, and personally, I'm actually glad it has come to an end. I'm actually glad. I don't know who else out there is glad that 2023 has finally come to an end.
Yeah.
One more week, and as much as I'm celebrating Christmas because it's the best time of the year for me, I still feel like this year should be done already. Let's get to January and face the new year. Let's just get to, things moving. I don't know why, but,
It's been a hectic one,
It's been a hectic year.
We've had lots of, hurdles. We've had lots of recession has come in play, and there's no money in our pockets anymore, like it used to be before. So, it's been
lot.
tricky.
It's a lot. I don't know if you're still suffering the corona consequences, or
I know, it's the aftermath.
What is happening?
It is the aftermath of corona.
Yeah. Well, that year, to some degree, it went okay. Some of the things we had imagined will come to pass this year came, but most of them, there were moments when we were at our lowest and we were like, it's only the middle of the year. Are we going to see the end of this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so from that, we learned a lot. And I know you guys, some of you might have enjoyed, and, you might say the 2023 was the best year of your life, but it's always different. Every year can't be the same. Yeah,
everyone's experience is different as well.
It's different. And we all get to learn something from the good, from the bad. And so today we are going to list a few things that we learned in 2023, and I hope you guys will be able to resonate with some of them. And also, if you can be kind enough to also share one experience, or one thing that you really learned in 2023, or why you would say 2023 was not your best year or was your best year, we would really, really appreciate.
Very true.
Yeah. You go first.
You want me to go first?
Oh, yeah. You go first.
Of course. I'd start by saying, don't give up.
Yeah.
As the first, thing that I've learned, or we've learned, as a couple, as a family. Because we've gone through a lot of things, that's just like you were saying, about all the hurdles of it, because it's been a tough year.
It's been a tough year.
But then we're saying, do not give up.
Yeah.
Do not give up. Because as much as everything is going on, there's one thing that I love when I'm going through challenges.
Yeah.
And this I learned very young.
Yeah.
Is that there's one thing, if not two, that I'm supposed to learn from that challenge or from that situation or experience that I am going through.
Yeah. And I feel like in 2023, at some point we were like, what are we going to do about these things that are in our plate and they don't seem like they're even easing out? Like everything is just filling up and nothing is going the way we want. And then some things started moving and they were moving at a point where we were like, we can't do this no more, you know? And then we realized, oh, wait a minute. So if we hold on to the hope that they will pass and we will see the other side, actually things will come, will better up, you know?
Yeah, we'll come to light,
Yeah, and towards the end of the year, we looked back, we reflected, and we were like, we are so glad we did not give up.
Yeah, and one thing that I believe in, and these are if I can echo words from one of a motivational speaker that I like listening to, is that just try one more time. When you're going through a hard time or difficulty or any challenges, and you seem like you've gotten to a point of no return, or you feel like you don't want to go through it altogether, just try it one more time.
That's right.
Just give it one more chance. Always give it one more chance. Because it's out of you giving it that one more chance. And when you're giving it one more chance, don't do it the same way you did it the last time. Try and improve on something. And then do it one more time.
Oh, yeah. And that is very true because we had to change and rechange and do things and restructure and, you know, until we came to a point where, well, all right, okay, this is actually working. And it's not just in one area. It was when it comes to kids, you kind of, you're not getting enough sleep. You don't know what to do. It's too much. When it comes to, like the projects that we were doing that year, some of them were kind of, you know, trying to fail us, and we were like, how are we going to see the end of this? But you see, through not giving up, we were able to see, even though we are not where we want to be, but now we can see that it's possible. Things will happen as long as you don't give up.
Very true.
The other point that I feel like I learned a lot is self-work is the best work. And this one, we actually sat down together and we intentionally decided to work on ourselves more. Because you know how you see things, how you get angry, how you talk to the other person, how you handle matters really reflects what you're going through within you. You know? And most of the times when we were facing those hurdles, we would be like, oh, you know, maybe it's because you did not do 1, 2, 3. Or, you know, maybe it's because you didn't listen to what I said to you. Or, you know, and you'll become so angry. And to some degree, you start fighting the both of you because you've not worked on your emotional intelligence. You don't know exactly what are your triggers. You sometimes you think it's not him, it's the kids. Maybe it's work. Maybe it's the people that you're living with. Maybe it's even the neighbors. You start blaming everything else that is around you, but not you. And so I remember one time in the year we came back and we were like, you know, I think it's time you actually work on the things that are within you. Because honestly, there's nothing out here that is able to annoy you this much unless you're going through some issues within you. And that is the best thing. And you know, every year, you can't just do this in 1 year. I realize you can't do this in 1 year because we've done this for quite a while. Like from before, we've always done this. But this year, we really took things to another level. And it's good.
Right. On to the next point. I would say is the thing that I've learned this year is don't always rely on people that you've helped in the past that they are going to help you in the future. And what I mean by that is you have to be true to yourself.
Yeah.
When you're helping somebody, you know, you have to be true to yourself that you're doing it, not waiting that you're going to receive back.
Yeah.
Not
because they're going to do the same thing you're doing.
Not because they're going to reciprocate back.
Yeah.
Or like there is a saying that goes by, I scratch your back.
Scratch my back, I scratch your back. Yeah.
So it's not always the case.
No.
It's not always the case. You might find yourself, you're scratching too many backs.
Yeah.
And
you're not getting yours scratched back.
Yours is not getting scratched back.
Yeah.
So you gotta always be true to yourself and be mindful enough that whatever you give, you're giving out of empathy, compassion, and
it's
being
something
kind.
you really want to do.
It's something that you really want to do. It's in you. You're not forced by circumstances to actually do it.
Yeah.
You're not doing it because you're gonna receive tenfold back.
Yeah.
Because it might happen, it might not happen.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that I feel like we actually have really learned, or personally I've learned throughout that year.
Yeah, and I feel like it was a topic within us because you find that most of the times it's human. It's human to want someone to do you a favor because you've done them a favor before.
Exactly, yeah.
You know, it's human. You're like, but you remember when I did this, and why are you telling me no right now? Why can't you just compromise because I've done this to you? I've done it. Why are you not compromising?
I did it to you. Why would you not do it back?
Yeah, even for both of us, would be like, but do you remember when you asked me to do 1, 2, 3? I did. I'm always doing favors for you.
Yeah.
Why are you not doing the same things? Because when we say that, don't rely on other people. It's not even. Let's even not go far. Let's come back here. Where you do me favors or you do things. Do you remember even the other time you woke me at night and I was able to make you that cup of tea or something? But so why is it that when I'm asking you for something, you're refusing? When it comes to work, when you ask people to swap your shifts and everything, and then you're like, because you want to go to that party and they say no. So and even family and friends, and we decided if you're going to help someone, make sure you're doing it out of your good heart, but not because you're keeping it in record that because I've done this, you also have to do something else. You will be so shocked.
It has to be right. You need to have that feeling within yourself that you're doing it for the right reasons.
Okay, the other point was every emotion is temporary and you will soon overcome it. So when this year we had all sorts of emotions going on. And it started way last year, I think end of last year. And this was when things were not actually sitting well with us, and we would even ask family to help. And like when we were just about to move because of Corona and you have a project going on, this is your family house where you need to be going. And it kind of brought so many emotions for us. And there are so many times when we were low.
Very.
Especially last year, end of December, coming to January and then February. Oh my God. And then March came and things started shaping up and we were like, oh, wait a minute. We can't even remember how it felt in December. We can't even remember how it felt in January. So that emotion was temporary. And that is the best lesson we learned, that every emotion you're feeling, be it anger, be it happiness, be it, anything, it is temporary and it will come to pass. And so when you are in that moment, be very careful of what you're going to say, how you're going to react. Because for me, when you're angry and you start lashing out on everyone, you end up breaking so many relationships. And that year was bad. In so many areas was bad because you are at your lowest moment, things are not shaping up, you are broke, you are, you know how it is. And then there are people who also around you, pushing you around and everything. And we realized, and towards the end of the year, we were like, you know what, every emotion is temporary, and moving on to 2024, we are doing better.
Bigger and better.
Better.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah. So, in relation to what you're saying, my next point would be adaptable. be adaptable and not so strict to yourself.
Okay.
And what I mean by this is be ready to change when change comes.
Yeah.
You know, because when you're looking at everything that is happening within your life, you gotta linger on the positive things that happen in your life.
Yeah.
Because situations and challenges and experiences are gonna come, you know, but are you able to adapt? Because give yourself an example.
Yeah.
So, like, right now, right, we're at the end, nearly the end of the year, Christmas, right? And very soon we're gonna, maybe most of us have actually made resolutions.
Yeah.
And if you haven't, you're gonna be making resolutions,
Very
right?
soon.
Very soon, you're gonna be making resolutions.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, because you're making these resolutions. What if they don't come to pass? What if they don't come to play as you anticipated or as you expected them to come and play, you know, or to come through? Are you going to be sitting down there and beat yourself? Or are you going to actually look into all the good things that has happened and actually appreciate the things that have happened and the things that haven't happened? Don't beat yourself.
Don't beat yourself up.
Appreciate the things that have happened and actually appreciate that you have the breath of life and you're given a chance to make things better in the future. So with every challenge, with every experience, you have to be adaptable with change as the change comes.
And I also heard that one, like embracing change and being positive, even when the change doesn't feel and is a bit scary. Like just embrace it. Because I remember when in March we had now to move to this side that we live now. It was so scary. The kids were like, oh my God, are we going to find new friends in school? And me, personally, I was so scared because I'm like, I'm meeting now a new set of parents and how are we going to bond, and the neighbors and everything. It was so scary. And then everyone that I know is on the other side of the river, and I'm like, oh my God, this is it. This is it. I'm so scared. I remember the first time I walked the kids to school and every parent was looking at us. Because obviously when you're new, everyone knows you're new in the area.
You feel like everyone's looking at you.
They were. Because sometimes I could even turn around and they're just looking and no one is saying hi. And 1 week in that system, I was like, I'm going to have to start saying hi. And I'm so glad because Mom was here that time and she was like, you have to make friends. So she started making friends, and even now some of the connections that I have came from that. And I had to embrace the change. I had to keep a positive mind.
You were adaptable. You adapted.
I was like, you know what? They're not just going to accept me. They're going to have to try and see, okay, what kind of parent is this? You know, how do you rock here? How do you come? And the kids really adapted so quickly. And now I love the shops. I love walking around. I love the neighborhood. And I'm like, embrace change. It's good. It is good. Change is like rest.
It is, very true.
I don't know how that true is, but it is like rest.
So as we continue listing down all the things that we've learned, we're 100% that you guys have actually learned a few things.
Of
we
course.
wouldn't mind you engaging with us, you know, by commenting, you know, on the comment section and just, you know, give us a point, what you've learned, what has encouraged you, you know, to go through life the whole of this year, you know, now that we're coming to the end of the year. What have you learned? What do you have, what is it that you've actually learned, or what is this that you can tell someone else that would be encouraging for them, you know, or to them for that matter? So
well, but that year
it's been a journey.
Can I say the next point?
Please.
This was the most amazing one. No, and it's still amazing even now. That look before you leap, think before you speak, and you know, it's like measure twice, cut once, but sometimes you just have to cut. Sometimes you just have to lead. Sometimes you just have to go. You know, you can never be prepared enough. You can think as much as you want, but sometimes you'll start speaking and say all the wrong things.
Yeah.
You can measure. It's good to prepare. Don't get me wrong, because the reason I'm saying measure twice, it's something you kept saying.
Yeah.
Because we did a lot of DIYs,
Yeah.
you know, especially outside in the house and everything. And you'd be like, always measure twice, cut once. And sometimes you'll measure and remeasure, and I'm like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
And then it just comes out okay, you know. And also sometimes you think and overthink, but when you start talking or doing something, you just make the mistakes. So sometimes it's don't hold yourself down thinking. Don't get scared about, you know, hey, I don't want to do this because if I do it, I might do the mistake.
Yeah.
Sometimes just go for it.
Yeah, very true.
Sometimes just go. Just do it. You know, sometimes you underrate, or you actually underrate how much you prepared for something.
Yeah.
You'll never feel as if you're ready. You'll never feel ready.
No chance.
So it doesn't matter how much thinking you do, and the more you think, the more you confuse yourself.
Very true, yeah.
So as much as it's good to prepare, it's good to think before you speak.
Yeah.
It's obviously good to be ready. Don't hold yourself down, because sometimes you might never be ready. Just go. And if you do mistakes, so what? Come back to the drawing board.
Very
do
true.
again.
Yeah, adding to that point, you know, or just echoing on what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like I remember this one time, you know, we were putting up like a clothesline, right?
Yeah.
And then I did something which was a fast like support system that I was supposed to install it.
Yeah.
But I did it wrongly. And when I was screwing the bolt in, it actually damaged the whole system.
Yeah, the whole system.
You know, it damaged it. But then we learned from it. Personally, I learned from it. I was like, okay, so that's not how you do it.
Yeah.
So I went back and on the drawing board again, and I checked, and I checked the manual, I checked, you know, everything, and I was like, okay, the next hole for the support, I'm going to do it differently. And then from then, the rest of this, everything went
Always go back to the drawing board and redraw again.
Exactly, because we learn from our mistakes. We do learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
As long as we are not repeating the same mistakes, we are learning from them and actually, you know, adapting and coming up with new ways of actually doing it.
But you know, sometimes you can redo a mistake as many times as it takes for you to learn. Until you learn.
Yes.
And I keep saying sometimes you're going to do it a few times. You will do it a few times, and that brings me to it's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah. Before I say all the points in one go.
The next one, it's a bit tricky because what I've learned throughout that year, and actually this have actually happened, you know, in our lives, is don't let your work interfere with your relationship. And when I say work, this is what I mean. I'm classifying work here as everything else other than your relationship. It could be your passion, it could be your career, it could be your goals, it could be your projects. You know, like you find that we're having a project, we're doing a project, but the project is not going smoothly like we anticipated it to go. So that brings about emotions. So you don't want to be bringing the emotions of something that we are doing as a project into our relationship, because that one is going to affect our relationship. We have to have the knowledge of actually being able to separate the two emotions. Because with the relationship, our relationship, there's so much emotions that are involved. But if you're going to bring about emotions because of frustrations that you've encountered with a project, say, that we are doing, you know, and then you bring that
into the relationship
setup, that's not right.
I feel like we talked about this and said, as much as there's no balance, you never find balance. You'll never find balance. Sometimes you want that thing to happen so bad. Sometimes you come from work and you're so tired, you've been so pissed off there. When you come in here, let's just be honest. It's the same brain working.
It is,
And so to try and switch it from, I was annoyed, now I have to be happy, now I have to give into the relationship. As much as we don't want that to affect our relationship, we need to be kind to each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay for me to sit down with you and understand your day.
Yeah.
Like, talk about it. And so the thing here is, don't just shut yourself. Don't shut the other person out. No. Remember that you are in this relationship with this person.
Yeah.
And when you go through a rough day, as much as you may not give all the details due to privacy and all that from your work or anything, just talk to them.
Yeah.
Tell them how you feel. You know, engage them. Let them know that, oh my God, today my day was hectic.
It's been a rough day.
It's been a rough day.
So if you see me not being
yeah.
so responsive,
yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
You at least you've communicated. But
yeah.
if you come in the house,
yeah.
you've gone through something out there,
yeah.
and then you're moody,
yeah.
you know, you're behaving a bit erratic.
Yeah.
I'll be in a very difficult situation
yeah.
because I'm trying to understand, is it something that is
that
happening
done or is,
around
yeah.
the relationship
yeah.
setup,
yeah.
or is it something that has happened
yeah.
out there?
Yeah.
So it's best, I think, to be emotional intelligence,
yeah.
you know, using the same words that you
yeah,
use,
yeah,
being emotionally intelligent and actually being able to separate. If you cannot at least separate the two emotions, talk about it.
Talk about it.
Bring it
yeah.
on the table.
Yeah, communication really stood for us because everything we did in that year required us to communicate a lot, you know?
Right.
And I realized most of the times when you break down and shut down, the other person is left confused.
Yeah.
They don't know what is happening. They don't know if it's them, if it's something that is going on around the house.
Yeah.
And maybe it's nothing to do with them. And most of the times now, we also agreed on something else, that when I'm not able to communicate, and I really can't because it's hard for me, you give me some time. As much as you're being confused, like read the emotions and okay, I think it's time, I need to stop nagging, I need to back off a little bit, but also don't go too far. Like when I say don't go too far is don't also shut your emotions because the other person is not talking. Because when we've looked about things to do with depression and all these things, that's how they start. She doesn't want to talk, I'm also not going to talk. And maybe someone is actually going through a rough time. You know, so we were like, be kind to each other, communicate where you can, find methods of communication. If you can't speak, write something, write a message. It doesn't matter if you're in bedroom A and I'm in bedroom F, just write a message, you know, tell someone that how you feel. If you listen to movies, if you listen to music and we know you're sad when you listen to sad music, put it on. The other person will be able to get the message.
That's
you know?
a clue. You're giving me a clue.
I'm giving you a clue.
Whatever is going on.
Do something. However it is, just find a way of communicating. Because as much as it's going to help the other person, it's also going to help you a great deal in overcoming whatever it is and saving your relationship as well.
Yeah, something else adding on that is engage the other person who's going through. If you're sensing that they're going through a rough time, engage them in an activity. Just a simple activity.
Take them out.
Take them out for even a walk. Just go out and just walk. You know, with that there's a breeze. Then you know you're getting distracted. Because all these things that have happened during the day, they're in your mind. They're not happening presently at that time, you know, the things that have actually happened. So you going out, you're being distracted by, you know, maybe a loud car or trees or the breeze or, you know, there's something out there. And that maybe might prompt the other person to actually talk.
Change environments, do something, be creative. Because we want to look out for each other. We've realized that people live together and someone else is suffering and the other one has got no clue. No idea. Simply because they're not paying attention. That was your point, right? The other one was this year we came to realize that we are stronger, fearless than we think. We are actually not scared. Because we took on tasks that we thought we could never take them on. You know, we started this podcast despite being so scared and postponing it and talking about it, thinking about it, bringing out excuses after excuses. And even during this video, we are so thankful because we've still been fighting the fear. We've been fighting every time things get difficult. We're like, is this for us? Should we do this? You know. But then when we back off and kind of leave it alone. We are like, no, we can't. It's something there's something that's pushing us. And I realized we are so strong.
Yeah.
And also, we are very good parents. I feel like we are stronger when it comes to parenting together. Because now, another year has gone with 2 boys still standing. And they're happy.
Yeah.
So that means we are good parents.
Yeah, we can pat ourselves.
We can pat ourselves in the back. Yeah, it's just part of being strong. Because as much as the year had a lot of shenanigans going on, we are still here.
Yeah.
We were still able to hold things together, and we were able to raise our boys and start this podcast and do everything else and sit down here and talk to you guys and laugh and have a good time.
Yeah.
We are stronger than we think we are, than we even know.
Adding to that point, which is my last point, is don't be afraid to challenge yourself.
Yes.
I'm just echoing what you just said.
Yeah.
Because without challenging yourself, you will never know your potential.
Yeah.
It's out of you coming out of that shell, out of that comfort zone, the one that you're normally used to, the one that you're so comfortable and so natural. You're so natural in that space.
Yeah.
Just getting or removing yourself from that space and actually seeing what more you can actually do. Because we've actually challenged ourselves, and us being here today, wishing you Merry Christmas. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
And with lots of challenges, with lots of, for me, sometimes I'm driving it and I just recap in my mind everything that is happening, because the amount of times the hurdles have come in play is a lot.
It's a lot of times, yeah.
Equipment's playing up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I know.
Things have actually come up.
Yeah.
But we're stronger.
It's a step of faith.
You have to. You have to. With you challenging yourself is actually stepping and being bold enough.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, we can bring about so many excuses not to actually foresee what you're thinking in your mind. But when you challenge yourself, you will see how much stronger you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so my last one was perfectionist is so 2004. It's so gone. It's so perfectionist. Being perfect does not exist anywhere.
No.
Let me tell you, one of the things that delayed us so much, even in starting this podcast and this show, was being perfect. We wanted everything to be so perfect, the lights to be okay, everything. We wanted, and every time we'll come to this room and we're like, we don't have that, we can't do a video, let's get out of here until we get that thing. And every time, and then someone came and said, do it. It doesn't matter what you don't have, you will get it along the way. You just start. The most important thing is what you're saying. The most important thing is the message that you're passing across. It's not the lights, it's not what you don't have. Some of the things even you guys won't even see. You just see us and the mics, but those are the things that are limiting us. The devil has a way of slowing you down.
Yeah, very true.
He will slow you down using everything that he can, simply because he doesn't want you to actually live your purpose, do what you're intended to do. And so you'll keep giving excuses as, I don't have this, I don't have that. Meanwhile, if someone else was given half of the things you have, they will work with it. We actually sat down and said to ourselves that, do you know that someone else doesn't even need a room, a whole room? No. They just sit in the kitchen bench and do whatever it is they're doing.
Very true,
People do videos in bushes. People do videos with their phones. People do videos with anything. They don't need that big screen or whatever. They just need one light or even just natural light, a video. And so what is it that is stopping us?
How many people have you seen, or how many videos have you seen someone sitting by the window and you can actually see the curtain? And the reason why they're sitting there so they can actually use the natural light. And so we actually realized that we are delaying ourselves, and it's not us, it's
it's things that we don't have, and we feel like before we get perfect, we can't deliver. And then we were like, no, let's go for it. Whatever that we need to have and we don't have will come to us. And that's what we want to tell you today. If there's something you want to do, just do it.
Go for it.
Go for it. Don't start looking at so many things that you don't have. You will never be ready. What you'll do is you'll keep delaying yourself. Imagine that one thing that you've always known you can do, you've always wanted to do, and you started wanting to do it 5 years ago. Maybe you even started and then stopped.
You're still giving yourself an excuse.
You still have an excuse as to why.
Yeah, for sure.
Break yourself free from being perfect. Because I feel like being a perfectionist or wanting to be perfect is like living in a prison. You are prisoning yourself in and you've chained yourself down. So break free. Be you.
Be free. Be free. Because it's out of you coming out of the shell that you actually realize. Actually, I didn't need everything that I thought I needed. I just needed me to actually open up and actually, if it's recording something, just starting to record. As long as you start doing it, whatever it is, as long as you start doing it, you will adapt as you go. You will adapt as you go.
You'll get better.
And you will get better. You will check, because once you look at what you've done, you'll be like, oh, wow, I can actually improve on that. You'll have something to improve. You'll have a reference that way. You can actually, I did this, and I think next time I will do it differently, so I can improve on one too.
Like now, we write our notes on our phones because we don't want to forget what we want to say. Because sometimes you're like, I even want to cram everything that I want to say. I want to be so natural. I don't want to make mistakes when I'm speaking. I don't want to, And then we were like, wait a minute. English is a privilege that you actually use this language. We are from Kenya, took on an accent, and that is fine.
It is okay.
That is fine. Because guess what? I remember when we went to Kingdom City, the Wednesday church. When you get to know Kingdom City, and we were now given a chance to ask questions. And I asked this pastor, how can you overcome the fear? You can do something. You have it in you. You have this great message that you want the world to listen to. But the fear in you is limiting you. And what did he say? Because you are seated right next to me and you are like, oh wow, that's so true. He said, do what you need to do. Don't worry about the results. You keep an eye on the process. Do whatever it is that you need to do. Don't worry who is listening. Don't worry about the results, because what we do mostly is we focus more on who will listen. How many people looked at my video? Oh my God, I didn't get as many results. I didn't get the results I was expecting. And you worry. But he said, you go through the process, God will take care of the results. And now with that, that's the commitment we gave ourselves. That you're going to go through the process. We don't have to know everything, but God has prepared a certain people. The messages we give out here, they are meant for a certain group of people, and God will definitely bring them, and they will get the message. So don't worry, you're not for everyone. Whatever you're doing is not meant for everybody. Even the person you're with next to you might not resonate with what you're saying, because the message is not meant for them. It is actually meant for someone else. And once you walk past your fear, you become free.
Very true.
Christmas
is here. Make merry.
Should we sing the Christmas song now?
No, we don't have to. I think we've spoken enough.
But also, saying that, we were talking about this earlier. Not everyone is in a position to enjoy Christmas.
No, very true.
For someone like that, what can you say?
Well, there's next year. There's next year. Like you're saying, whatever situation you're going through, you have to look at the positive. Sometimes we miss it. To be honest, when you're going through a hard time, when you're going through a very difficult situation, an experience in your life, you might be blinded by everything bad that is happening. But believe you me, there is one thing that you can learn. There is one positive thing that you're meant to learn out of it. whether you have Christmas or you don't have Christmas, there is something that if you're in the spirit of Christmas and you cannot, maybe you don't have gifts, you cannot even celebrate or even, do as what everyone else is doing, there is something that you can do. Just focus on what you are able to do. As long as you are doing something. Not just sitting and saying, oh, I don't have Christmas.
Don't feel sorry for yourself.
Don't feel sorry. Don't beat yourself.
Not everyone is celebrating Christmas for different reasons.
Very true.
Whatever reason you have for not being able to enjoy this season, hang in there. And know that better days are coming. You will face better days. Keep believing in what you have, who you are, and keep working on yourself. Keep working on that happiness. I know sometimes it's hard to see anything that can make you happy, but hang in there. And if you're somewhere hiding, or you've locked yourself, maybe you're watching this video from underneath your blankets, get out, go for a walk, go to the city, go anywhere, look at the lights, just even look at the stars if you can't see lights anywhere around you, and tell yourself that, you know what, I'm alive, I'm healthy, I'm okay. Today did not start without me, and because of that, I'm grateful. Whatever it is, just give yourself a reason to be happy.
And challenge yourself as well, because if this year it didn't come out so well, like you maybe thought it would come out, there is next year. So
absolutely.
Challenge yourself that next year you're gonna make it better. Next year you're gonna make it awesome. The way you planned it, the way you thought about it, it's gonna happen. But you have to make that bold move. When you challenge yourself, you gotta take the baby steps of actually getting to that goal that you're planning.
Don't beat yourself up.
No.
That's the most important thing.
Very true.
Finally, we want to thank you so much. So much. Because these videos are meant for you. We do these videos so we can connect with you guys. So we can actually build a community of people who believe in change. People who are fearless. People who know that good things are here. And we really, really appreciate the time you take to listen to our videos, the comments you make, be it on the video, on the channel, on inbox, wherever. When we meet with you, with some of you guys, the encouragement and the nice words you tell us, we really, really do appreciate. This is more like a family now. We will come together, and one time we look back and be like, oh my God, we've come this far together. Thank you so much, guys.
We really appreciate you guys. And it hasn't been easy, but we've managed to be here and actually to push on and to keep pushing on. For next year, it's going to be bigger and better.
And that's our hope.
That's
bigger.
We're
and
aiming
better.
for that.
Yeah.
We're definitely aiming for that. And we'll do the baby step. We'll take all the baby steps that are required. We'll improve on the things that that the challenges that we've gone through until today. We'll keep improving until we get to that place where we want to be.
Absolutely. So thank you so much. Merry Christmas. May you have the joy of the Lord in your heart. May you open those gifts with love. May you cherish everything that you get. May you, everything good.
Everything good.
Everything
wish
good.
You a Merry Christmas. And God's blessings. And may He shower you with blessings and grace to meet and see each other next year.
Okay. Merry Christmas and a Happy New
Year.
Let's sing. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you
a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Bye guys for now, and see you in the next video.
See you later.